Mic muted. Sound may be too high. Right, one sec. One sec, guys. You're not going to miss anything, don't worry. I need to get a new mic. This is so derpy, it's unbelievable. Right, there we go. It should be fixed now. If it's not fixed, give me a shout. And I'll slap my PC or something. Either way, it's the knife round here between these two. Of course, CT side is the beneficial side to start off on. Unless you happen to be a team like VP. I'm pretty sick on the T side as well. A lot of teams have a lot of success on T side, but CT definitely allows you to set up a platform which to build yourself off that much sooner. What is going on with this? It says it's a 2 versus 1, but there's quite clearly 2 terrorists still alive. So, yeah, that's, you know, it's pretty interesting. We've had a new Go TV issue. I've never had this one before. Ring around the E-box. And NaVi are going to take it. I assume that's a bug and StarX is not playing. There's 6 people on the side of NaVi. What? Is this a new meta that I'm missing? Okay, there we go. He's left. He's left. It's okay. So, alright, boys. We're going to have 6 players this map. Deal with it. Illuminati confirmed. I'm not sure how 6 players confirms that, but I'm sure you'll have a very elaborate way of explaining. I'm looking forward to that. So, familiar territory again. Pauses, my old friend. And apparently that is just a straight up Go TV bug. I asked some people, they told me it's a Go TV issue with MBK. I've tried restarting my game, I've tried changing resolutions, I've tried everything. It's just sticking with us, so unfortunately we're stuck with that. For better or worse, MBK is always going to be a part of our stream. I mean, it's here every now and again, that beautiful knife sound, the Falchian slaughter that he has. So buckle yourselves in, guys. If you see a black screen, guys, refresh the stream. It'll fix that issue for you. Right, so here we go. NaVi starting on the CT side as expected after winning the knife round. EnVyUs will be aggressing once more. It's the same way that Cobblestone started. Wow, that's just mean. Initiative X, that's just mean. MBK's knife is not ass. It's probably one of the nicest Falchian knives, although I'm going to agree, Falchian kind of sucks. Compared to some of the other ones. What's up by throw power? I see what you did there. Here comes the pistol anyway. MBK going to be pop flashing out there. He's bouncing off the wall, hoping for some action, but it's Zeus who picks up the kill on Ivy and manages to escape, gets the second frag, looking for a third as well, that gets taken from just underneath him. What a round for NaVi there. They win the pistol without losing a single point of health. As dominant as you'd like from NaVi. Destroyed. EnVyUs back to the drawing board. MBK going to be going up by himself onto the Ivy side. Looks at Deagle, hoping that one of the NaVi players peeks out for the information. But NaVi, a very disciplined bunch of players. I just don't feel that's ever going to happen, especially in these sort of rounds. And they know that the force buy is in. They know that the pistol excels at close range, but really drops off at long. So for me, NaVi just playing this one perfectly, just waiting. Now, when there's Deagles in play, and 3 of them to be precise, there's always that chance that just a sick 1 or 2 headshots can turn the tides of the round completely on its head. But the fact that Guardian and Zeus have disconnected frags, and there's Zeus with another one, makes it seem like this is just slipping away from EnVyUs. One frag did come in from MBK's Deagle, but that looks like it could be the only kill that comes in for them. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Maniac's P250 rips on out. That's going to be a FAMAS as well. MBK goes for the spray. Does... Sorry, Zeus goes for the spray as MBK tags him. And in the meanwhile, the bomb has been planted from Maniac. Goes looking, trying to get information. In a 3v1, you desperately want to just push out, get a frag if you can. Bring the odds back into your favour somewhat. So I can understand why you'd go looking afterwards. They got the important part down, which was the bomb plant. And 2 frags. Not a terrible round from EnVyUs. I feel like it probably paid for itself there with the forced weapons they went for. Pistols and the Kevlar. I think you're a goat, I'm pretty sure. I've been called worse, strangely enough. I'm okay with that, a goat. If you wait around, I'm more than happy to give you some of my cheese, mate. Anywho, the push out from Ivy is Guardian is going to pick himself up the frag, but gets traded out almost instantly afterwards. Apex with 2, though, P250 headshots. My goodness, that was a bit sexy. And from sexy to disgusting. That play was... I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about that. It was a bit weird. Either way, the MP9 not quite getting the spray down in time. The EnVyUs are putting down the paint. Flamie's the last remaining player. 2 frags. And a 3rd as well. Surely not. He's not going to get it done. Apex is there. He started things off with his WMP frags. And it comes full circle as he will get the last one. 2-1 is the scoreline now as NaVi look to get themselves some weapons back on board again. An AWP actually coming in for Guardian. That passage of play in Pop Dog, though, that's going to haunt me. I don't think it was necessarily bad play. I just think it was unfortunate. The ladder's always messed with you trying to move, like, every time. DK goes out aggressively and he meets Guardian's AWP. And Guardian is ever so welcoming. When you give him a chance, he's going to take it. Second frag comes in. CT's still trying to lock down the site. The problem is, though, that Apex has got the better of C's. And it's a 2-1-2, and Kenny S is still alive. But so is Guardian. It's all down to this, the 2 AWPers. And it's going to be Guardian that comes out ahead, picks up his 4th frag, and a 1v2 clutch. The beast has awoken. And as good as Kenny S was in that round, you just can't mess with Guardian. 3-1. One of the reasons a lot of people feel he's probably the best AWPer in the world right now. Or at least one of them. And when he's on form, it's hard to argue with that point. Guardian the God. Giving NaVi the early lead. And that was pretty much a force-up from them as well. So if they lose that, they're in a real bad position. So a pressure round, a pressure play. And he rises to the top once more. But EnVyUs haven't tapped out just yet. They realise the economy of NaVi's in no stable position. And if they are able to get some headshots here with that AK-47 in the hands of Apex, who has been the standout player so far in trade, then things could get messy oh so quickly for NaVi. There's flamie with the first one, but big kioShiMa just with a drive-by Tech-9 headshot makes short work of him. The bomb's been planted. Apex is in with the AK-47. He's looking for more frags as well. He's got into connector, which is a really good position to be in this kind of situation, because it starves out the CTs to now bottleneck from the back of the A side, from CT side, to want to B. And in doing so, it should be easy pickings for the terrorists. The issue is that they've lost all these players, but Apex is still alive and kicking. With just 23 HP, he is going to survive. And Guardian's AWP can't get onto the site. He has the defuse kit anyway. And EnVyUs will pick up his second. Maniac's making a lot of noise. He should be a dead man. Guardian's missed the shot. He's going to peek back round again. And not only is that a frag for Maniac, but he also gets himself the AWP. A double whammy for NaVi. Hits them right to the feels. It really surprises me that Guardian doesn't get that frag. He heard Maniac running from a mile away. And just missed it. It's that simple. Missed the shot. Just goes to show that maybe Guardian is human after all. EnVyUs is pushing onto the site. It's an eco from NaVi. We did have a Kevlar in there. I'm going to check after this. I assume after Guardian dies. unless he just pulls off a highlight real-worthy play, which he's not. So I take it back. I thought that was an eco. That was actually a force from NaVi. And they just got dumpstered. So, yeah. The pain is real right now. At a quick glance, I thought, okay, that's an eco. Because their economy wasn't great at the start of the round. Is there any real point in trying to force buy there and break the economy of Team EnVyUs, who would have been able to buy again anyway? I thought it would have been an eco. That's not the case, and now NaVi are going to feel it in probably the worst possible way. And there we go. Super fast round goes the way of EnVyUs. Only lost Maniac there in the process. Here comes another buy from NaVi, including a Guardian on AWP. But you're not really expecting to pick up anything else in this kind of situation. The problem is that it keeps them away from the grenades. No one's got defuse kits as well on NaVi. And EnVyUs have shown that even in the rounds they've lost, they've still been able to get that bomb planted. So that's a bit of a worrying sign for me that NaVi have no defuse kits. Guardian's there. And he actually takes the close angle. He takes the close box, which a lot of AWPers will not do. They'll sit at the back of Ivy because it not only does it make sure that you have to quicken your reaction time to land that shot, but if the flashes come in, you're absolutely boned in that position. So Guardian's confident shining through again. And you can see that they simply weren't expecting that from EnVyUs. kioShiMa just got drilled. There's nothing he could do there. It just goes to show how confident Guardian is in his own ability. But an eerie silence falls on the battlefield as no one wants to show themselves. 40 seconds left. There's still time for EnVyUs to play the mind games. Of course, as NaVi have lost a player, they're going to have to spread a tiny bit thinner, and maybe that's what EnVyUs are hoping for, that the over-rotation sets in, and they can capitalise on that and force their way onto one of these sides. But that's simply not the case, because Guardian is there once more. Zeus is starting to peek himself around the corner, lands the shot. Zeus is looking for another one, but it's Guardian that's ringing on out. 18 seconds to go. He lands another shot. It's now an MBK. Guardian picks up another 4-man. EnVyUs waiting for the last few seconds to push. And right into the crosshairs of Guardian, who has moved on to 12 frags already. Nice work from him. 4-4. EnVyUs will have another buy. Double AWP setup for NaVi. Because I believe they picked up kioShiMa's AWP from the last round as he got wrecked on Ivy. The AWPers, let's have a quick look at them. Seized is in connector, and Guardian is watching from Ivy side into T main. So they're going to have an AWP on either side. Maniac could get the drop on Edward here on Pop Dog. He does indeed. He did eat a lot of damage though, 96 to be precise. Gust the wind away from dying, but still in the fight. Of course, if that AK just lands the one headshot, he may not need any more health than that. With that smoke isolating on the A site side, this does allow MBK to start manoeuvring his way into that site itself, and Apex is doing the work. He's jumping, he's hungry for that second frag. He's going to land it finally. Now Seized and flamie want no part of this round. They're just going to save. Back away from the site, which has just been planted on now. And the rounds keep going backwards and forwards. Of course, this is going to favour EnVyUs, not only in the sense that they're going to take the lead again, but in these kind of economic games of chicken where both teams are going at it 100%, will normally favour the terrorists. It's a cheaper full buy from a terrorist perspective. Seized is trying his best to hold on to this AWP. And so far, so good for NaVi. Here comes the next contestant. It's going to be kioShiMa. Oh, Seized, don't do it. Don't peek. I think he's just going to sit in there. He should be okay. They're going to keep both the weapons alive. This could bait NaVi into a full buy. Let's see what their economy is like. Go TV, don't start doing this to me again. We've managed to not have any Go TV crashes. We've had Go TV issues, but no Go TV crashes. And there we go. There's the first one. Oh, fantastic. Right, hopefully we haven't missed too much. Oh, okay, wonderful. Oh, guys, can we get some pray for GoTV, please, in chat? Thanks, I'd appreciate it. Okay, the good news is we haven't lost an entire round. The bad news is 5 players have died. So there you go. There you go. Make that another player has just died. 2v2. We've got into the interesting part of the round anyway, I guess. They came to the climaxes. Guardian's already got 2. The bomb has been planted from kioShiMa. And now he's on the site trying to hold off against 2 players. The first has fallen. And so has the second. So kioShiMa is going to go down. Guardian will get another hatful of frags and the bomb defuse. And 5-5 now, the scoreline. Again, apologies for that, but there's quite literally nothing I can do when GoTV is crashing, and it's just crashed again. Oh boy. If this happens again, I'm going to need to message the admins and ask what's going on. If this is like a global issue or what. Okay. We had no crashes in the first... Oh, for God's sake. We had no crashes in the first map at all. We just had loads of issues with GoTV. We had issues with players' internet connections. We had issues with their PCs. And now we're getting the GoTV crashes. Wonderful. Again, though, we've only missed 1 kill. Still, apologies. Nothing I can do about this. Either way, hopefully that's the last crash we'll have. That's the dream right now. That's Maniac from Pop Dog. NBK gonna be pushing through, does get the best of Zeus on Ivy, and that's a significant kill as well, because if Zeus comes out on top of that one, the Guardian now has the option to pick up the kills, but he's gonna get them anyway. Spins back around and looks for the third. Can't get it done, and flamie's about to get encircled, and there we go. All she wrote for NaVi, Titan, completely different team. You can see what this does to me. Every time we have crashes, it just screws my brain so hard. Because it frustrates me so much, you see. Team EnVyUs do pick their 6th up. On the positive side, I think that GoTV crash may have fixed the NBK sound problem. So let's look at the silver lining. Maybe it has. It's another eco coming in. Edward jumps through, gets 2 headshots with the USP and also an AWP. How is that even possible? Point blank range, execution style frags. Gangster Edward has shown up finally on train and is still alive with 100% of his hit points intact. He's looking for more. He's not happy with just the 2 frags. He's hungry for blood. He spots himself another play. He doesn't have Kevlar, so the aim punch could be an issue. kioShiMa starts to get the spray down in effect, and now it's unseized. We still have the MBK sound issue, guys. I'm so sad right now. Seized, however. He's in a clutch scenario. Can he become a hero for his team? This will be a vital round for NaVi, and he's not going to get it done. So the heroics of Edward prove to mean nothing to NaVi, and EnVyUs romp ahead with a 2-round lead now, and NaVi into another very sketchy position where they could go for a buy, but if they do, as you'll see very shortly, it's going to be so lackluster. They're only going to have 1 smoke and 1 flash, and that's because Guardian only has a P250. kioShiMa, meanwhile, GoTV, thank you so much for that. Let's watch a player that's not in the action whatsoever. Brilliant, thanks. kioShiMa gets himself 2. flamie is going to answer back with 2 as well. And herein lies the issue now for NaVi. They went for the force, they rolled the dice, they got snake eyes, and they just got completely battered. from EnVyUs. Not only is it an 8th round for EnVyUs, but it's now an eco for NaVi. EnVyUs could easily hit double digits again on this half. That's very possible for them right now. Bot Go TV. Can confirm that. Can certainly confirm. So Zeus with his CZ is going to be looking to push aggressively up Ivy and see what he can get done on MBK, who's just sat there waiting. I was going to say, if MBK doesn't get that frag, that is a whiff and a half. Because everything was going his way. He could hear Zeus moving from a country mile away. He had the AK in the perfect position. And he could get himself the frag. Sees now in another clutch scenario. And as expected, can't get anything done. This will leave NaVi with a healthy bite to seal up this half of Counter-Strike on train. With a double AWP setup, in actual fact. This has worked before for NaVi today. Trying something different, perhaps. But the executions from EnVyUs have been pretty strong, so if we do see all those smokes landing once more, then the AWPs could be completely put to bed. And you can see what MBK's done there, actually. He's started to juggle his weapons over to this area. So he's got the AWP in case someone goes for the peak. And if they don't, he can just switch across to the AK-47 and then push in on the rest of the site with the rest of his team. So options, the order of the day. For MBK, Apex goes out with his AK-47, puts it right in the face of Edward and pulls the trigger. flamie answers back, but then he dies afterwards up on top of the train. They've got another player there. That would not have been expected from Apex. You could see he pushed out with a grenade in his hand, was not expecting 3 players to be in close proximity to one another on E-Box side. But assumptions are the mother of all F-ups. And that's what Apex just found out the hard way. As he bites the dust. 3 on 3. Just over 40 seconds to play with. And 2 AWPs in play. And these are the kind of scenarios where the AWPs definitely could come good. There's one of the AWPs ringing out. Guardian's got the second one. Is he going to land this frag? He heard the footsteps on top of the train. He does get it done. And now the stand-in Maniac has it all to do. Pretty nice headshot there first off. Zeus doesn't take his first opportunity to take him out. 15 seconds left on the timer. Maniac has the bomb. He's going to fake this out to draw out Zeus. Very intelligent play. Can definitely understand why he'd go for that. The problem is that Zeus is just too good. He will not be faked. And NaVi pick up their 6th. Is it good enough though? What do you guys reckon? This is where you can become my co-casters. Do you think 6 rounds is enough for NaVi? I personally don't think it is. I'd love to be proven wrong, though. We're going to find out pretty shortly. Or maybe not. Right. So apparently it's a global issue. And GoTV is sucking some serious... well, you can insert word here. Going to be the second pistol round as soon as we go live into this one, guys. We're going to find out. Oh, maybe not. Oh my. What is that bug? What is that bug, GoTV? If I connect to the server, I expect to get in the server. I'm about to rip my computer off the wall and throw it out the window and then jump out the window after it. What is this? Okay, we're in the server finally. GoTV, don't do this to me. I will find you. I'll do unspeakable things to you. I promise. Alright. Rage and frustration aside, let's get back into some Counter-Strike. We saw 1 player was dead at the start as soon as we got back in. And unfortunately for Team EnVyUs, that tally has been extended to 3 players. As NaVi are just putting bullets to faces. P250 from Guardian has done work this round. You can see there, he's got 3 frags. He's trying to charge down Maniac. Bayonet charge him out. But flamie's going to pick up the frag as Maniac did take out Guardian on the way there. So NaVi have got the first hurdle navigated over, I guess you could say. Successfully. But there's going to be plenty more boxes to tick if they want to come back and take us into Mirage, the 3rd map. Apex slightly too slow on the trigger there to land the shot. flamie has been tagged, but I think that's from a grenade that was slow. And Apex is still there. kioShiMa gets the angle onto Guardian, who was already very low, and a second frag as well. That's beautiful 5-7 work. Finally he goes down, but the damage being inflicted from kioShiMa could be crucial to this round. NaVi only have C's left. At least he has the bomb left in his hands. Maniac's making a bit of noise there. Goes for the pick, gets fragged, seized. Still has a lot of time to play with. So he knows one player now is on CT side. That's going to be Apex. Spots the player, can't get the frag down, and there's kennyS. So you can see that Zeus was trying to play the time to start off with, make sure he got the first frag, and then in a 1v2, if he can take two separate 1v1s, that's where the clutch becomes a potential reality. Unfortunately for him, though, slightly missed out on a spray and paid the penalty. NaVi lose that round. EnVyUs had 2 scalps and just pistols, pretty much. So that's a great round for them. And that is, well, not only did they not navigate over the hurdle, they end up falling over it and breaking their ankles, the NaVi. Let's see if they can get back up again. Answer seems like a resounding no, as kennyS there on Ivy puts down the pain. But this is a great recovery from NaVi. 3 kills with a Tech 9. And it's split as well across the lot of them. They've all picked up a frag. Make that 2 now for C's. Maniac is the last remaining CT alive. There's only 1 HP left on Edward. That grenade is not going to do any damage to Maniac. He's already vacated the area. flamie's going to get that plant. And now a lot of pressure on Maniac's shoulders. He does have a defuse kit, but no flashes or smokes. And this is a really sticky situation for him, because he's got to watch both sides. Yeah, that's the issue. There's so many places. That's why Train is such a terrifying map to retake on. When you get out onto A in particular, B is very much the same, but on A in that case, there's so many different angles that you have to watch. There's so many different places where a terrorist could just be hiding. You've got to worry about Heaven, you've got to worry about the back of the sites, you've got to worry about Ivy, Pop Dog, T-Main, behind each of the trains. It's just an absolute nightmare. So NaVi have pulled it off with pistols. They have definitely stood back up again. Brushed themselves off that previous dismal round. Grenade does negligible damage. I think it only did like 1 armor worth of damage there onto MVK, because he just got around the corner in time. flamie's going to get the drop on kennyS. The flashbang was perfect from Pop Dog from NaVi. That allows him to explode out onto the site. And very similar to Cobblestone, a lot of these rounds are just being crushing defeats. But have I spoke too soon, as kioShiMa and NBK both picked themselves up 1 frag. NBK's looking for another one. Lands the first shot, can't get the second one out. And now C's is coming in, lurking again, flanking from the side. What's another couple of players? They line up for him. He's going for the spray down. Can't get it on NBK, but he's about to get flanked himself from Edward. NaVi with another one. Again, though, a lot of these rounds where EnVyUs have pistols, they did have Kevlar behind it, but with pistols, they're constantly just eating away. Here and there, nibbling away at NaVi's economy. 2 weapons here, 2 weapons there. And although NaVi can easily afford to buy back up again, indeed with 2 SMGs, their economy isn't too stable just yet. This is very worrying for EnVyUs. They've gone for the force buy. 4 players have no head armor, and that's where the MAC-10 and the UMP really, really becomes terrifying. Normally thinking that they're trash against armor, not if it's headless armor. Zeus just peeks in. There's the first frag for him. And although there's 2 more players at the back of that site there, now kioShiMa comes in with the A4. The big boy weapons are in play. Apex is there to lock down not just 1 but 2 players, looking for a 3rd as well, and he picks it up. Lovely play from Apex. It's all on Zeus. He's going to go down as well. Apex take a bow. That was beautiful Counter-Strike. Saving EnVyUs. Saving the bacon. And now NaVi can buy up again, realising that EnVyUs' economy is not great. But jeez, Apex, you beast. could be the moment where EnVyUs start to edge away with this map. But they still got to win this round. They still got to take away the AWP and the AKs of NaVi. That's a good way of starting things. flamie goes for the peak. He gets wrecked. And Guardian's down to 9. Didn't quite catch what happened there. There's going to be some confrontation. And Ivy, as a switch across, KennyS puts down C's with ease. I swear I didn't mean to rhyme that. I swear I didn't mean to rhyme it. And now Zeus comes in into that Molotov. Will keep him at bay for now. Still a lot of time though for the CTs to kill. And BK is playing the close angle here on the wall with Julie's just 21 HP left. But when you've got Maniac behind him, and they've also got an extra player who's going to be on connector, which is Apex, it may not matter. That is a beautiful frag though. That smoke is pixel perfect from NaVi. It cordons off long and allows that frag to come in. The issue is it simply is not going to matter because Guardian's now your last remaining player. Aforementioned 9 HP, and there's simply nothing he can do. He just wants to say, I tell you what, if KennyS landed that shot through the wooden panels, I'd have just straight up left. But peace, I'm out. See you later. Ten seconds to go. Guardian's just going to save the AWP. At least he's going to try. Let's have a look where he is. He's in Pop Dog. I need the CT's going to chase him down here and hunt him. I don't think they are. Or at least they're not going to get into a good enough place in order to frag him. There we go. So a lot of the eggs now put in the Guardian basket. Can he deliver with the AWP? He's actually got a pretty decent spawn. It's not the best spawn he could have got, but it's decent enough to peek out a team main. And in doing so, he may look for this early frag. And if he gets this, this round is back on again for NaVi. Unfortunately for him, though, the CT is a bit too slow to come out of connector. They're happy just to wait. And so, therefore, that good opening spawn is not going to be put to use. That's going straight in my basket. I don't know who typed that, but there you go. I didn't quite catch your name. I love that clip. It's brilliant. NVK at the top of the train. He's got action coming his way, trying to get the spray down, but Edward again, this time with the Tech 9. He's going to rip on out. Guardian's been picked off. That's key. That's a talisman from NaVi that has been taken out of the equation. Edwards now goes to the peak. He can't get anything done. The bomb has been planted, though, and still 3 players alive from NaVi. The terrorists can make this one work. Maniac somehow gets that frag on 2 HP. How he didn't die, I will never know, and I'm sure C's is so mad right now. flamie with a beautiful shot onto kioShiMa. Zeus is going to use the ladders to jump round the corner. And now KennyS with a beautiful no-scope, but it's not going to get this bomb defused. And he may actually die from the bomb. Oh, very close, but he is going to just about survive with the AWP. What a round from NaVi. Again, ineffectively like an eco plus an AWP on Guardian. No pistols with that AWP. They make it work somehow, some way. Guardian's going to get that AWP back from Seized. As he buys it up for his teammate. Of course, everyone died from NaVi in the previous round. This puts Seized onto a Tech 9. I don't think he's got enough for armor either. No, he doesn't. So he's going to have no armor. He could be the throwaway player that goes in first. Takes point for his team. Eats the damage. They can get the avenging frags afterwards. How... Indeed, Mr. Topin. Indeed. He is so consistent when it comes to no-scoping. It's ridiculous. It's an art form all within itself. And I think KennyS is certainly the master of it. Are we going to see any no-scopes this round? He does have the AWP in his hand still, of course, after saving it in the previous round. Very passive plays here from NaVi. There's a lot of aggression from them. One of their trademarks, of course, is very slow rounds, executing with 20 or so seconds left, and they haven't done it a great deal of times, to be honest, in this best of 3. So maybe going back to what they're comfortable with, going back to the basics. This is anything but slow. Seas goes in first with the Tech 9, as expected. The flashes connect. kioShiMa's going to get picked off. Edward looking for a second one as well. KS misses the shot, and he gets punished from Edward. Beautiful spray control. Straight up to the A4, which still has bullets in it, but not enough maybe to get this second frag. Maniac finally gets his man. But while all of the action was on Ivy, wants the old fakeroonie from NaVi as they get the bomb planted and Guardian connects the shot. Oh goodness, it's Maniac against Guardian. The flashbang not quite connecting. There's Guardian with the shot. Maniac can't get it done. The grenade did hit Guardian nearly full on in the face, but he was so healthy on HP it didn't matter. And maybe there are some more twists and turns left in this storyline between NaVi and EnVyUs, as EnVyUs now on the eco. UMP picked up for Seas, he's read the situation, realises that they're going to have no armor on play. UMP is ridiculously potent in these kind of rounds. Allows himself to build up that economy as well if he goes in first and gets the kills. But actually he was back at spawn for quite a long time, picking up that bomb for his team, so he's not going to be rushing anytime soon. Guardian. That's a fair name. Definitely fair. Now, speaking of Siege, I can see that he's trying to edge his way through Ivy right now. Grenade and flashbang in. EnVyUs instantly back away. They want none of this. They've seen this before. Yeah, he may not have had money, guys, but his teammates did. They could have dropped him an AK if needs be. So that UMP, you better believe that he picked that on purpose. Seas is very good with that weapon as well. I'm going to see it right now as he pushes in. Oh, he turns around at the worst possible second. Still gets the spray down, though. Both of the remaining CTs come on through Pop Dog. I was going to say originally maybe they wouldn't expect both to push through there at the same time. The Maniac ran through, picked up the weapon, gets the frag. And it does leave kioShiMa, but not for long. As he will get AK'd to the forehead. His cranium in pieces all over the floor. EnVyUs with another buy yet again. I don't know, guys. Those of you that predicted EnVyUs to take this 2-0, you're getting a bit nervous now. Hands shaking a little bit. Knees like spaghetti. I probably butchered that phrase, to be honest. I don't really listen to Eminem, not gonna lie. The VAC. Bomb dropped, as you can see here. It's normally a declaration of intent that NaVi have no interest in pushing anytime soon. They just want to look for those picks. It's dropped in a safe position, though. They can easily get this one back again. Mom spaghetti. Palms are sweaty, that's it. Thank you. Thanks for the correction. But you still didn't answer my question. Are your palms sweaty? Because mine would be, if I had a stake in this game other than just enjoying 6CS. I don't know where this map is going to come down right now. Both teams have been exchanging blows in the centre of the ring. Uppercuts, haymakers. The whole 9 yards. kioShiMa gets wrecked from Edward. That is a KO punch if ever you've seen one. MBK pushes on through, doesn't get a frag. I thought maybe he could have got one before dying, but Guardian was there. Johnny on the spot to pick up the frag. Zeus is pretty low, though. And now Seas is going to make the most of this rotation. Catches Apex in transition. Maniac places a close range. Not just one kill, but two. And he manages to survive. 7 seconds left on the timer. This is way too close to the terrorists. They have to charge in for the final frag. But 2 seconds to get Maniac, who is chilling on the site. Trying to play hide and seek. I close my eyes. They can't see me. That's not how it works, Maniac, mate. You've been fragged. An EnVyUs trail by a round. Now it's EnVyUs' turn to tap out. It's EnVyUs' turn to hope for the best with these pistols. You saw them do it a number of times on Cobblestone, but I feel NaVi's confidence is now just going up and up and up, and of course trains a whole new ball game altogether. But there's kioShiMa. He may be able to get his hands onto the AK-47 as well. Indeed he will. Reaches out, picks it up, pulls himself back to Ivy. That's a crippling blow for NaVi. Not only because they go a player behind, but as you can see now, they have to be a bit more one-dimensional in their attack. Still, though, they are effectively just up against pistols. kioShiMa now backing away, back up to the site to try and help his teammates, see if they get some crossfire down onto T main, which is where the majority of this T-Force is coming from. That and Hot Dog. Apex lands the one dig, looking for the second. He actually connects it onto Edward, but it wasn't enough to kill him outright. MBK misses a couple tags. Both players are one bullet away from death, though. Doesn't matter if flamie puts an AK around between your eyes. Does not matter in the slightest. EnVyUs will have a healthy buy, including an AWP on keniS, but the last time we saw him pick this up, he went Ivy, and he missed a couple of shots, and he was punished. NaVi edging ever so closer to that finish line on their choice of map. If you just joined us, it is 1-0 to EnVyUs in this best of 3. They won Cobblestone in the end 16-14. Mirage will be the next map if NaVi can get 2 more on the board and can get to that finish line, but it's a lot easier said than done. EnVyUs are known for being a tenacious bunch of players. They will not give up without a fight. On the CT side as well, you'd fancy them to at least throw a couple more spanners in the works for NaVi. Looks like the execute onto B is imminent with 55 seconds left. Still a lot of time to play with. There is movement now coming in from Maniac onto the B side, so 2 players going to be here. The smokes are landing. This could be a very intelligent play from MBK if he can make it work, but Edward checks the position straight away. Maniac's looking for another frag through the smoke. He's already got one for himself on Seized. Edward's now pushing right down from the trains. He's looking for blood, and he's going to land it on Apex. Maniac's also died. It's gone horribly wrong for EnVyUs. That AWP from keniS could be one of the only ways that they pull themselves back into this round, but in all honesty, in a 4v2, and their economy as it is, they may just try and play for overtime. And that appears to be the case. Let's have a look at the economy from the terrorists. They have enough to replenish weapons. They should chase and take these weapons away from EnVyUs. It's worth the risk. keniS, though, lays down the hammer onto Zeus. And with that kill, that could pretty much seal up this round and keep EnVyUs these 2 weapons. They're watching both corners. keniS has his back covered from kioShiMa. The grenade lands on him, just does 6 HP worth of damage. I hate you, Go TV. I actually hate you. What is going on? What is going on? Oh. 1 sec, guys. Go TV's crashed again. Let me just restart this crap. Not now, indeed. That's exactly the same thought I'm having right now. Not now. Oh, Jesus. Can I just have one game today where we don't have issues of some description? Am I going to get back in time? Come on, hurry up. Okay, we're back in time. Let's go, boys. We're still in. No one's died. No one's died. You missed nothing, really. Just 40 seconds of flirtation. Of Blue Balls Counter-Strike. You're welcome. Uncle Vince has got you back. We're back in the game. Don't you dare crash on me now, Go TV. Don't you even think about it. Looks like EnVyUs have actually done a pretty good job, but the only issue is that they've expended a lot of their grenades. And they have pretty much none left now. Only a flashbang remains for EnVyUs. So can they stop the push with just a flashbang? NaVi are taking a long time though. And here come EnVyUs. They're bouncing back into this round. They're trying to make a real go of this one. Apex in the right position, but he can't get anything done. And everyone I'm switching to is dying instantly. And with 10 seconds to go, it's on Maniac. They're standing for EnVyUs. He came in for Happy. There's the first frag. He's going to jump around the corner. He goes for the risky play, and it doesn't pay off. NaVi will pick up the second map and take us to Mirage. And it's going to be all even at 1-1.